Will Australia match the ambition of the US and China when it comes to a post-2020 target?
I think it is greatly encouraging that there's been an historic agreement between the United States and China for the sake of the agreement. The fact that they have come together, the biggest economy in the world, the second biggest economy in the world, and it just confirms the fact that we all need to work hard to help facilitate China's entry in an unfettered way into the global economy. That's part of the story. In relation to the specific issue on climate change, again, we welcome that initiative. We think it's good that they are working together, particularly in new technologies, to address climate change. We in the United States are pretty much on the same page. Over a 30-year period from 1990 to 2020, we have the same, roughly the same reduction.
Well, hang on, ours is 5%, theirs is 17%, and they're shooting for 28%.
Different starting bases, and in the case of the United States at the moment, a different finishing time, but over a 30-year period, it's roughly the same reduction in emissions. Now, we will obviously be announcing a policy position in the lead up to the Paris summit.
When
time
will we
next year. Well, before the summit, obviously, it's Paris next year. This time next year, and as there's also a UN summit on climate change in 3 weeks' time in Lima, which Julie Bishop's going to. So,
well, if we're talking same with the US, what we have from the US now is this pledge of carbon emissions cut by 26 to 28% of their 2005 levels by 2025. Those who have crunched the numbers say for Australia that will equate to a 30% cut to emissions. We're currently promising a 5% cut to emissions. Are you saying, given Australia's position has always been we'll take account of what other countries are doing when we announce our post-2020 targets, that is the sort of thing we're going to agree to equivalence of the US?
No, what I'm saying is that if you compare apples with apples, the American position and our position on reductions are effectively the same.
Yes, but we have a future position now from the US.
And we will, you're right, we will need to have a position after 2020, and the government obviously will carefully consider what's going on around the world over the next 12 months in the lead up to the Paris summit, which is the successor to Copenhagen.
Is equivalence to the US a fair sort of place for us to be pitching?
I'm not going to speculate, Fran.